We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. They'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Third down. Here's Haskins. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
A loss of 5.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll drop to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
17 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
37-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. The screen pass here to Cohen.
Chicago.
Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. They went
3-and-out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
5-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. They'll roll him out right. He completes this into the hands of Miller. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Hunt. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
49-yard
Give
line.
credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
1-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's got Herndon. He's tied in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. On the counter, Hunt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 20.
The end result, 21 yards.
The Bears 1st down.
They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Here's Haskins to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To throw again on second down. Haskins escaping the pressure right. This is caught at the end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the play leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Haskins. This one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. They'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
51.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
In the end zone. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
1-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
1st down, Chicago.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. This is Cohen. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Taken down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run it here with Hunt. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. Over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Here's Haskins out of the gun. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Now Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. Wrestled down at the 11. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 61 yards. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
First down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result. Back
to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Haskins from his own end zone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Haskins, 3rd and long from his end zone. And it's caught by Herndon. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
16-yard line.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Bears 17, Vikings 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, This offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A big loss.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing now is Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Tonight's final score.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the